back to a new video of Life Without Filters. Yes, I decided to put these on YouTube now. I don't want to overload Instagram too much, and I'd rather put things here on YouTube. Okay, so for those who already know me, you know how I explain that emotions are the basis of your reality. And a lot of people understand that, but I still see that there's a lot of fear behind those emotions because you don't fully understand the emotion itself and where it comes from. And that's okay. So today we're going to take a step back and we're actually going to take a look at that. So, what are emotions? Well, basically, like anything in this universe, anything and everything that you can think of that exists is just energy. That's it. It's just energy. Behind everything, behind this pen, is just energy. Behind my hand, it's just energy. Now, what makes energies different? What makes this pen look like this pen and this hand look like my hand? It's just the frequency behind that energy, which is just the speed at which it vibrates, the speed at which it moves. If you apply that to emotions, well, your emotions are the same. They're just energy. And depending on the frequency that they have, it's going to feel a certain way or another. So the higher frequency emotions are going to feel so much better, and you're barely going to notice them because because they go so fast through you because they're higher vibrating energies, and B, because they're so much closer to the frequency of your soul, which is the highest vibrating frequency. It's the frequency of love. Now, the denser emotions, the lower frequency emotions, obviously, are going to feel so much heavier. They're going to feel so much more intense because they're not as close to your soul's vibration. And also, they're much slower in movement. So it feels like it takes a lot more time to actually run through your body. Okay, now let's take another step back and look at what energy actually is. So, energy, in the eyes of the universe, which its language is math, unfortunately for those who don't like numbers, um, energy is just information. It's a bunch of code. So, if you apply this to your emotions and you understand that your emotions are 100% yours and they're your responsibility, then you also understand that emotions are just information about yourself. So when you try to dismiss an emotion because you don't like how it feels, what you're doing is neglecting an important part of yourself. You're neglecting information about you. So you're basically not looking at yourself the way you truly are. Now let's go back to the code. So that code that determines or that makes up an energy, makes up a frequency, um, is what determines whatever is around you when you come to this earth. So look at it this way. Your soul, which is the highest vibrating frequency, as I said before, is an expression of love. Now, those other emotions that your soul is carrying with it are blocking the expression of love from your soul. Why? Because they're much lower frequencies, so therefore they create a different type of reality. And all of that influences your reality, everything. That's why when you heal a lower frequency, a denser emotion, your reality changes. And you no longer feel the same way about different things because you've understood something about yourself and you let it go, and therefore you're no longer the same person. And that's what scares people so much, is that obviously you're going to change through this process. You're not going to be the same, but that's life. Life is constant change, it's constant movement. So if that scares you, then you're only going to stay in this little circle or in this little square that you've sort of made for yourself with the same information over and over and over again because you are not willing to look at it and understand it. So your emotions are only information about yourself. So if you think about it, those denser emotions are like wounds of the soul that you can heal, but you cannot heal them by not looking at them. Not looking at them is like putting a band-aid on something that is already infected. It's never going to heal. And therefore your life is never going to change, because if it's based on that emotion, if it's based on that wound and that wound stays there and keeps infecting, then everything is going to still become so much more intense. Your reality is going to stay the same and make you live the same cycle over and over and over and over again. And that's how people get stuck, because they're so afraid of change. because they're so afraid of the unknown. Obviously, you don't know how you're going to change. You don't know what's or in what form it's going to come. But that's what's exciting about life. So every time you heal one of these denser emotions, what happens is that your soul is more able to express its energy of love, and everything around you is going to start to change. You're going to attract more people that you can love. You're going to attract more people that are closer to that type of frequency. You're going to attract more things, more material things that are closer to that vibration. So in the end, you're generating a different type of reality, one that is much closer to this higher vibrating frequency that is the frequency of your soul. All right, so I hope this makes it clearer for you guys, and that now with this information, maybe you can actually experience those emotions without having the fear of your ego being such a big obstacle, because you understand what they are. Remember, the ego is always going to be afraid of the unknown, and it's always going to be afraid of something that seems very intense, because it's only looking to protect itself. But what do you have to protect yourself from if everything is generated by you? Okay, so this is something together so as to help each other heal. Now, go to the comment section and leave a comment where you explain a situation or something that you're going through that is sparking up a dense emotion, something that you don't like or doesn't feel great, and just leave it there and see how many people interact with each other. And obviously, I'm going to go through the comments and I'm going to try to help you out with that. All right, well, that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the support. Thank you for all your messages. Thank you for being brave and actually letting yourself feel. I know that it's not an easy process, but think about the fact that you're helping the entire human race by healing yourself, and you're actually making it possible to bring us all together and closer. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your loved ones, because this is such valuable information that is going to help all of us. So again, thank you guys. Make sure you follow me on social media. All the links are down in the description box. And that's it. Let's keep healing. Let's keep living.